Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, cooking, and tailgating with Joe Boo. Hope y'all are doing good today. It is the day after the colonoscopy, and after not eating on Monday and Tuesday, um, came back and I kind of lost my mind a bit. Very rarely do I eat breakfast, but I ended up scrambling like 3 eggs, and I had mixed with bacon and cheese and stuff. And I was snacking throughout the day. Um, for the most part, everything keto. I did eat one of those Samoas. I have to be honest with you guys. I had the ginger ale from when I woke up from the procedure. So I was worried about carbs there. But we ended up cooking. We're doing live stream cooking now. We had a great. Oh my God, it was great. It was great. The Reuben casserole, um, along with the cooked kale, and I ate a couple of servings of that. Um, let's see, what else did I have? I ate a bunch of the smoked cheese yesterday, which was good too. The smoked cheese is oh my God, the smoked cheese is really really good. Um, Ate a lot of beef jerky that my English in California sent me. So I ended up eating a lot of solid food. Okay, so truth in advertising, um, I had gotten down to 258 and a half pounds after fasting for 2 days. The bad thing is because of and I was dehydrated too. The when they put the IV in, the guy said your veins are kind of like really, really small because you're dehydrated. And I was like, yeah, well, it could be that shit you made me drink there. Okay, that literally just felt like I was just being, turning into a raisin, just being dried out. So I drank so much water yesterday. I usually don't drink that much water. Usually I'm drinking like soda waters, but I just drank straight up water yesterday. And so it may be that I'm rehydrated, um, and that's part of the weight that I had basically gotten out of my system because my weight went back up. Unfortunately, it went up. I knew it would go back up, but it went up more than I was hoping it would too. So it's still less than what it was. We're at 262 now. I am up earlier than I usually am, and thus far, after having the procedure and stuff like that, I have not, too, have not too at all. So everything I ate yesterday is still right in here. What's funny is I looked at the first video on this channel. We are 3.5 weeks in. No, I'm sorry, 2.5 weeks in. And that first video, I looked at when I'm standing over here and I'm looking at myself. It's like, wow, I'm a lot bigger than I actually thought I was. But I feel like the 8.5 pounds, I feel like that I look a little bit better. I feel better. My blood pressure is definitely better. And hopefully we're on the way to getting better. Something, had to do the pinky swear with the wife and things. Um, for New Year's, she makes a list of all of our goals and things that we want to achieve. And one of the things that we want to put on there is walking at least 3 or 4 days a week. We have a trail that's right outside here, which is great because we can, know exactly how far we go. And we've been walking the dogs as well. Now they say you don't have to. Our doctor, of course, she's like 20 minutes. 20-minute walk is a great walk. You don't necessarily have to go really, really far. And we're taking the dogs that are older dogs. Um, I don't know if you guys have, or if you follow me on my other channels. Simba has this calcium issue where they said he had to have surgery, and he was at the point where he was always shaking, and He couldn't walk. He was falling down like crazy and stuff. I started actually making dog food for him and playing with him with like the squeak toys. He loves to do that. So it's like he's getting a little bit of exercise. And we're going for walks, and he is like night and day better. He is like literally like running. So yesterday, even though we got to stop and let them do their business and things, we did about a 21-minute pace mile per mile. We went for like 1.4 miles. We've been slowly increasing it bit by bit because we don't want to go too far to kill the dog. At least that's my story. How do we got to turn around? We don't want to wear out the dogs. Actually, it's just trying to make sure we don't wear out ourselves. But what I will say is, since I've cut out the sodas and cut out the carbs, that my knees feel a lot better than they have. In fact, I had surgery to clean up my right knee, which was doing great, and then through the course of the winter, all of a sudden it just got like really, really painful. It stayed swollen, and just was really bad. Yesterday with the dogs, what was crazy was we were doing like not quite a jog, but faster than a fast walk, which is something I couldn't do um, not very long ago. So that's some good news, and maybe some of the inflammation is what is gone from not having the sugar and not having the carbs. Because I'll be honest with you, okay? If I had just some control during the football season and just said, you know what, Sunday's just going to be cheat days, and eat accordingly. But between doing the, I call them the blue shots, where you use the blue Curaçao and the coconut rum, drinking Mike's lemonades, and then having rum and coke, and then having just plain cokes, and then having the outdoor refrigerator stocked for company with sodas. I was popping a lot of sodas. And then, of course, we had Halloween, and we didn't have as many trick-or-treaters as we should have. And I always overbuy Halloween candy, so there was tons and tons of that. And then after that, it's Christmas. Oh, excuse me, Thanksgiving. And my mama's lemon meringue pies and fruit cakes and stuff at Christmas. So it's just like, fuck it. Just fuck it. And that's where I got to now. If I can just get into moderation, then we'd be okay. So, I'm kind of disappointed this morning. I was hoping to be able to try and say that start that I got from the colonoscopy would be keeping me under the 260 mark. But it didn't. But then on the other side, you got to look at it and say, well, good news is you're still a pound and a half less than you were before. So you got nothing to feel disappointed about. In fact, the 8.5 pounds in 2.5 weeks is freaking insane. So I'm up actually about an hour and a half earlier today. Shout out to my wife, because her and our friend Allie, they're actually doing modern technology through Facebook portal. They're live with each other, and they're actually watching a yoga video. Not only watching it, actually doing a workout. And so that started at 7:30 this morning, so we're up earlier than usual. And I'm going to go downstairs, do my morning video for Jobu Sports. Let me show you guys something. There's one other thing too with keto. Keto, you start getting the keto high. And I did the P test this morning. And the P test, it's purple. It's purple. I'm getting more and more energy again. The energy levels are going through the roof. So last night at about 12 o'clock, I actually poured these last night. the second level of the um, acrylic on there. So now I'm going to go through this morning. You tape on around, and we pour the final coat, which will give it like a gloss. So these are all like butcher blocks. So even though I was like wired till like 1 o'clock last night, and I was actually awake since 6 before we actually got up, I've got more energy than I've had in a long time. I mean, I always am on the go, but this is like insane energy right now. So, actually, I'm kind of sad because when I'm working on putting this epoxy on here, you can't do like regular work in the shop because you can't get the dust on it. So I won't have as much that I can do in here today with it. So I've got to find something to do with all this energy. I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm going to go crazy. But I hope you guys are having a great day. How are you coming with it? Are you having peaks and valleys? Are you having good things that are happening, bad things that are happening? Where do you stand right now, 2.5 weeks in? And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.